Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again with episode number 2 of Suarez's Road to Redemption. This is a series we started last night. If you missed the first episode, I implore you go back and check it out either on the channel page or I'll leave an annotation in the bottom left hand side of the screen so you can kind of get the gist of what's going to be happening throughout this series from that introduction video. But first things first, I want to thank you guys for the amazing support you showed that first video yesterday. Over 250 likes, over 2,000 views as well. Really good support for an Ultimate Team series on my channel that doesn't necessarily get the same level of views as career mode, so I'm pleased to have such a positive response for an Ultimate Team series, and hopefully that can continue. But we're going into our first game here, as you can see. But before we get into it, if you want to grab yourself some Ultimate Team coins, check the link in the description below. It will take you to footcoinking.com. They're an automated instant website where you can get your coins within seconds, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, CHES, then you'll get yourself a 5% discount. Now, Luis Suarez, as you can see in the background, only took 3 minutes to get himself his opening goal of this series. That means we get to open one 7.5k pack. If you missed the rules, then there's a slate in the opening introduction episode that runs you through all of them, but basically the gist is we open a 7.5k pack for every goal and or assist that Luis Suarez picks up, and we're also able to open a 3-pack bonus if he gets a hat-trick. We're going through the divisional seasons. We actually have a target team that we're aiming for, and there was a picture of that put as a slate in the introduction video, so you can check that out if you want to. Luis Suarez there in the background picking up his second goal of the game. Perhaps he's on his way to that hat-trick already. Of course, we're using this starting bronze side that we get given at the beginning of Ultimate Team, and unfortunately for him, he got a man sent off, Marco van Ginkel, in the 35th minute, and it was the most tame red card I've ever seen in my life. He misses the ball there with the tackle, misses the man, and then just brushes the top of his foot, and the referee deems that a second booking. I really think that was particularly harsh, but nevertheless, he went down to 10 men, but actually kind of played better with 10 men, and Wesley Sneijder scores an absolutely fantastic volley into the back of the net to give him a 2-2 scoreline. Gets him back in the game, but we're going to go back up the other end in stoppage time and try and get ourselves a winner. Can Luis Suarez get himself a hat-trick on his debut? He's played in behind here. Douglas misses the ball over the top. Not really got the angle to shoot, so squares it to Vossen, and we are able to pick up a 3-2 win and an assist for Luis Suarez as well. So we get 3 7.5k gold packs to open. Now, like I said, we're looking for a target team, and at the end of each season on the seasons mode on Ultimate Team, we're going to give you guys as the subscribers the option to pick one of basically one of 2 selected players from that squad of 11. Now, we have 3 packs to open. I wasn't sure whether to open one 15k pack and one 7.5k pack. I hold off just to make sure that I can get you guys clearance. If we have, the amount of packs available to open a big pack like that, and we have the special packs in store, am I allowed to open am I allowed to open one basically? So one 15k pack would count as 2 of the 7.5k gold packs that we earned ourselves in that previous game. Let me know in the comment section if I'm allowed to open special packs like that. If not, we'll stick to the 7.5k packs. We actually pick up the Costa Rican centre back Duarte there. Got himself sent off yesterday, but fortunately for him, it didn't cost his team in Costa Rica. Were able to get through to the quarterfinals of the World Cup for the first time in their history with a penalties win over Greece. Now in the next pack, the third and final pack, we actually pick up a goalkeeper in Kamini, which is very much needed, and Gylfi Sigurdsson as well from Tottenham. Pleased with that. So this is the side we're going into the second game with. Stronger, with more chemistry, and I was hoping to have a better performance than we did in the previous one. Maybe keep a clean sheet if we possibly could, although the defence is still the area that we're lacking in the most. But you can see we come up against a very strong all-gold side again in this next game. Torres, Lukaku with a stat card on him, and Koke as a front three with Morales and Danny Caligiuri out wide. Fellaini holding, and then a defence of Sequeira, Godin, Miranda, and Juanfran with Courtois in goal. So it's an extremely strong side, definitely the stronger of the 2 that we've faced so far. Torres somehow manages to wiggle his way past 2 defenders, then pop the ball underneath the goalkeeper into the back of the net. So after 30 minutes, we unfortunately found ourselves behind, but that wasn't necessarily the full story of the first half as a whole. You can see we're going in at the break 1-0 down. I'll show you the stats in the background whilst we get there. You can see it's a very, very even game in that first half. We've had 3 chances each, all of which have been on target. We have had a little bit more of possession. It was just a case of maybe trying to find a perfectly weighted through ball just so Luis Suarez can find perhaps a clinical finish on the end of it. But we're actually at our we actually are at our defensive end for the first chance in the second half. First shot hits the post, second shot is well saved, but it rebounds again for a second time to an opposition player, and Romelu Lukaku, with his stat card, side foots him 2-0 in front with 25 minutes to go. And we have to gut till stoppage time for the next highlight. 90 plus 5 minutes on the clock. Fernando Torres is racing down the left hand side. He's going to step inside Duarte, and then Martinelli just mistimes his tackle rather poorly. I don't know whether it was me mistiming the tackle, whether it was just the fact that it was a rather poor bronze player trying to make the tackle, and that was the reason that it was quite horribly timed. But he stands on Torres' foot, he goes down, it is a penalty, and unfortunately he's going to have the chance to extend his lead to 3-0 before the end of the game. Now it's actually not Christian Rodriguez, I think it's Danny Calagiuri stepping up, but it's in fact going to swap it. It's Sequeira actually, but he's going to change it to Romelu Lukaku, trying to pick up his second goal of the game, stepping up in stoppage time. Can Lukaku find the back of the net? No, he cannot. He smashes it past that far post, and fortunately we only lose 2-0 and not 3-0, although goal difference doesn't really come into it at the Ultimate Team stage of seasons, unlike the World Cup series where we actually had to make sure that our goal difference was quite good. But unfortunately he was kind of all over me for the second half, kind of very, very different to the opening 45 minutes in the game. I don't know whether that's because we had a poor side with poor chemistry and their fitness just drained a little bit quicker than perhaps it would have otherwise done. We still had a lot of the ball, but we just could not create anything, and he was having chances left, right and centre. So unfortunately we don't get the ability to open any packs from that second game, but fingers crossed in Wednesday's next episode we'll be able to get a goal and or an assist with Luis Suarez and be able to open some packs to strengthen our side. I'm going to perhaps have a fiddle with the team, maybe go back to the 4-4-2 holding formation rather than that 4-1-2-1-2. Maybe try and get some, maybe not extra chemistry, but a more solid defensive formation rather than the overly attacking 4-1-2-1-2. We'll have to wait and see. But if you want to make sure that you don't miss out on any episodes of this series or the My Player series or the Chelsea Career Mode series, one of which was uploaded earlier on this afternoon, the BPL title finale, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. There's a link in the top right to do so and in the description. You'll also find links in the description to my Twitter and to my Instagram as well if you want to follow me over there. And of course feel free to check FootCoin King for some Ultimate Team coins of your own. Use the code CHES so that they know that I sent you. But that's going to be all for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days and or the weekend. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you're enjoying the World Cup knockout stages, and I will see you tomorrow for some more Chelsea Career Mode and My Player.